Hello students and families of Cresskill Middle School and Cresskill High School. I hope that this message finds you and your loved ones doing well after 2 weeks of school closure up to this point. The COVID-19 pandemic is affecting different people in different ways, so please continue to be positive and supportive of each other. We have many community members bravely working on the front lines as medical professionals, first responders, and providers of essential services. These people are true heroes, and we cannot thank them enough. It has been impressive to see the interactions among students and teachers in such a swift transition to a virtual learning format. We are continuing to develop in this pursuit, and we thank everyone for patience and understanding as this work unfolds. Teachers have the best interests of students at heart, and if you have any questions or concerns with a specific class, I encourage you to contact your teacher for clarification. Our teachers and counselors have been working diligently behind the scenes to support each other in virtual education. Just yesterday, Ms. Duran hosted a video conference technology tools summit with many teachers in order to share best practices and learn new features and tips. Our faculty members are even collaborating with Cresskill parents who are educators in other school districts to support each other professionally. Many of our teachers are managing the same at-home challenges as other parents, constantly seeking ways to balance work and family commitments throughout the day. Thank you to all the adults who are valiantly managing this work-life personal balance. In social studies classes, we learn about various historical events involving challenges such as wars, famines, persecution, and plagues. All cultures, religions, and nationalities have historical experiences with such challenges that serve as a source of inspiration for our society now during the COVID-19 pandemic. This challenge unites us as a school community and global society. Students, you are the future leaders of the world. It is our goal as adults to guide you through this experience so you can be the best leaders possible as you grow into those roles in your lives. In terms of more specific school-related topics, expected school closure duration. This is the main question we are all pondering. The Cresskill School District is following the directives of our state and national leaders, and at this time, Governor Murphy has announced all school closures are at least until April 17th. While many think it is likely for this time frame to be extended, we do not know that for certain at this point and will continue to follow such directives. Third marking period. The third marking period ends this Thursday, April 2nd. We are extending the time frame for students to complete needed assignments until Monday, April 13th. Please know that this extension for students requires us to also extend anticipated dates for report card completion by teachers, with further information to follow at a later date. Teachers are currently working with students to provide support and flexibility to complete assignments. Students should continue to communicate with teachers directly as needed with questions. Fourth marking period. The Cresskill Middle School High School administration is currently evaluating different considerations for successful management of the upcoming fourth marking period expectations. We are networking with other schools to determine possible modifications that will be in the best short-term and long-term interests of students, with further information to follow at a later date. Cancellation of NJSLA. In addition to school closure management, the state level of government, namely the New Jersey Department of Education, has announced the cancellation of federally mandated statewide testing, known as the New Jersey Student Learning Assessment. Advanced placement testing. College Board, the national organization that administers the SAT and AP testing programs, has announced its plans to still conduct the 2020 Advanced Placement Testing Program for participating high school students to earn potential college credits. College Board has sent direct communication to students outlining their plans to modify this testing administration using a digital platform with modified test expectations. Our guidance department and specific advanced placement class teachers will provide updated details as they become available. Social distancing emphasis. This topic cannot be emphasized enough. I have seen in my home community, on social media, and in other news reports that many young people and adults are still gathering together in public. It is imperative that such behavior stops immediately for the health and safety of our entire society. The practice of social distancing has proven to be successful to flatten the curve in other countries and is constantly emphasized in unison by our leaders. Please take personal responsibility for these decisions and actions. Attendance line reminder. If your child is sick and cannot participate in daily online instruction, please call the existing attendance line directly at 201-227-7791, extension 1517, by 9 a.m. each school day. Doing so will minimize immediate contact from teachers while students are sick. Students will work directly with their teachers to determine necessary arrangements for makeup work. Upcoming student and parent survey. The Cresskill School District will be conducting a survey later next week to gain feedback from students and families about their academic experiences during this continued school closure time. Please consider taking a few minutes to complete the survey. The combined feedback will help inform our planning and decision-making that is in the best interests of our school community. Control what you can control. Many recommendations for maintenance of mental health well-being emphasize a focus on actions and thoughts within one's own control. Last night, I watched an interview with a former prisoner of war who endured a long period of solitary confinement. This idea was the focus of his message, and he encouraged people not to dwell on past events or the cancellation of events and activities at this time. Instead, he encouraged people to think ahead to what they want to do in their future when we return to normal activities. He also offered a reminder that while there is much that we are missing during social distancing and self-quarantining measures, we still have much to be thankful for, such as food, water, utilities, entertainment, information, and social interactions, even though limited and modified. On a more personal level, I'd like to thank the middle school and high school students who took the time out of their day yesterday to participate in a Zoom video conference with me, Mrs. Cavins, Mrs. White, and Ms. Schaffmacher. Victor, Yuval, Isabel, George, Caleb, Lucas, Christina, Arthur, Shree, Eugene, Esther, Jocelyn, Sydney, and Justin. Thank you so much for demonstrating the important leadership that is critical in our school, especially during this time. Your feedback and questions about athletics, other school events, final exams, and the moving on and graduation ceremonies are all great questions. Unfortunately, we all do not have answers to these questions at this time, but please know that these questions are on our minds as we evaluate our plans moving forward and as we receive more information regarding the duration of school closure. I'd also like to thank Mr. Verderies, our band director, and the high school jazz band for inviting me and Mrs. Cavins to their Zoom video conference session on Thursday night. It was very uplifting for me to see everyone's faces in these conferences. For me, it's a renewed emphasis on what I love about my job and what I love about Cresskill. It motivates me to do the best work possible for all of us so we can weather this time together and emerge stronger for it, and when we return to school, be as happy and healthy as we can be. Please keep yourself safe and heed the social distancing expectations. We cannot wait to see everyone back in school, as I said a moment ago, as happy and healthy as can be when we return. Thank you.